What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? Welcome back to World of Tanks. Today I am going to show you this year's end of the year special vehicle, VK168.01 Mauerbrecher or Mauerbrecher. Call it how you want. You most likely are going to call it differently. It depends on where you are from. But this vehicle is over here for you to buy. Price of the naked bundle is going to be 41 euros. So if you would like to get this vehicle, you have to cough out 41 euros. Couple weeks ago I made my first preview episode, my first details episode about this vehicle, and Wargaming has actually buffed some things, for example mobility, especially specific power ratio, because as we remember from that episode, it had under 5 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio, specific power numbers, which was just out from this world bad and by far the weakest power to weight ratio. In this episode you are going to hear my honest personal opinion about this tank, my experience with it, do I enjoy it, do I hate it, what I think about this tank, should you buy it or not. Actually, I cannot say if you should buy it or not, but hopefully my video today makes your decision making a little bit easier if you are thinking picking this tank up. But let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into the action. Let's talk about VK168.01. I believe we can call it as a VK101 piece premium brother. That is a lot worse tank than 101p in my opinion, but the gameplay is super similar and at the same time it makes you a lot more credits, a lot more experience and a lot more crew experience. Finally, we have a tier 8 German premium heavy tank that has 6 crew members. So you can train your entire E100s or Mause's crew in this tank. We had Löwe that had 5 crew members. Löwe is one of the oldest premium tanks in this game, but it wasn't able to train full E100's crew or full Maus crew. There was always one loader who was missing out all the juicy action, but this vehicle solves the problem. Now, my opinion, my quick opinion about this tank. It is not for me. It is not even close being my cup of tea. For many reasons. One of the main reasons is the matchmaking. This vehicle in tier 10 matchmaking, I do not remember any battles where I had fun. I actually had quite a hard time making this episode, this review episode for you, but I wanted to get it done because you deserve it. But I really didn't have fun. I have to be honest over here. Tier 10 battles, around 70 to 80% of the battles I played in this vehicle ended up in tier 10 battles. And tier 9s, tier 10s can easily penetrate your gun mantle, your turret, your frontal turret. Scorpion Gs can penetrate your gun mantle. I was killed by Scorpion Gs many times, especially thanks to the Advent Calendar Day. Now we have a lot more Scorpion Gs on the battlefield, thank you for that. Those guys were able to penetrate my gun mantle. And I'm not even talking about those weak spots. It has one humongous commander hatch on the top of the turret. Then it has that machine gun port on the upper plate, frontal upper plate, that people can easily penetrate. And lower plate is also easily penetrable. So even though it has nice armor on paper, it is actually quite easy tank to kill. Unless you are being a top tier vehicle versus tier 6 tanks. This is the only time I was having some kind of fun. I felt like I have some kind of armor. Yeah, maybe I was just unlucky or bad, could be an option, but I didn't have a lot of fun playing with this tank. I had a couple of good games in tier 10 battles. To be able to get good games you need special ally team, you need special tier 10 matchmaking, you need special enemy team, you have to play super carefully, and playing super carefully with a heavy tank is not something for me, with super slow heavy tank as well. But quickly let's go over some specs. Firepower 440 alpha damage. For a tier 8 premium heavy tank, premium is the keyword over here. 440 alpha damage is always nice. hitting anything, chink chink, blink blink equals money. 220 penetration with regular AP round and 260 with premium APCR rounds. 220 on a premium tank, I like it, I quite like it, but versus tier 10s, tier 9s, sometimes this can be problematic and the gun handling is not the best as well, so many times, especially from mid to long range, you have to use premium rounds because you cannot rely on sniping weak spots. And if you do not hit weak spots, you are not able to penetrate enemy tanks, you are not able to deal any damage, and so on. Oh, okay, let's move on. And by the way, all those specs that I'm going to share with you are with fully spec'd VK168. I am using Brothers in Arms, I am using tank on rammer, vertical stabs, ventilation and food. I simply wanted to show you this vehicle as good as it can be, or almost as good as it can be. And if I would get it on my live account as well, I would play it with food in every single battle, just to boost my mobility a little bit more, just to boost my gun handling a little bit more. And there is no reason to use coated optics, because with my crew skills, with my loadout, I was able to boost my view range from 400, which is really good stock view range, up to 460. Over 460 meters actually. And one other equipment unit option would be heavy spall liner, so you can test this out as well if you want. But moving on, reload time with my loadout, with my setup, is 11.87 seconds. Turret reverse speed 17.06 degrees per second, which is really bad, but gun depression is actually quite decent, -8 degrees of gun depression, 25 degrees of gun elevation, but I can see room for more gun depression than -8 degrees of gun depression, because this turret is actually quite humongous once again, and a high profile vehicle overall. Aiming time 2.37 seconds. Accuracy 0.35. On paper, not bad, but for some reason on the battlefield I cannot see that well-known German accuracy anywhere. I almost feel like I should shout Russia before taking any shots, just to get my accuracy a little bit better. I don't know, this gun feels super derpy. And with my loadout, average damage per minute 2225. So firepower, yeah, I am not impressed, not even close being impressed. What is good about this tank? Survivability. Let's take a look at survivability. 1700 hit points. Okay, it is actually better than the average hit point pool among all the rest of the tier 8 heavy tanks. Hull armor 180. 130 and 100. Side armor and rear armor are really good. Frontal armor 180. Yes, this is also really good, but as I said, it has many weak spots. Commander hatch, lower plate, machine gun port, and when you side scrape with this vehicle, if you would like to use your 130mm side armor, you are going to reveal yet another weak spot next to the tracks. And I talked about that in my first details episode as well. So this vehicle is actually filled with weak spots, if you know where to shoot. At the moment, while I was playing with this tank, many people didn't know where to shoot, but I guess after watching this episode and after watching many other episodes about this tank, a lot of people are going to know where to shoot it or how to take it out. So survivability, once again, I am not impressed. 230, 160 and 100mm thick turret armor. Now moving on into the mobility, not impressed. 168 tons heavy vehicle. How would you know? Just look at the name. Engine power was actually doubled compared to the first version of this vehicle. 1600 horsepower engine. 9.48 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio, but your top speed is 20. That is super easily achievable. I believe you can achieve your top speed, which is 20 by the way, once again, in about 2 seconds or something like that. So what an acceleration, from 0 to top speed in 2 seconds. Best vehicle in this game confirmed. Reverse speed is quite nice, 15, but once again 20 kilometers per hour top speed. Hull traverse speed 23.1 degrees per second. And I believe that covers it, because concealment, let's move on swiftly, please. This is bloody house, no concealment whatsoever. View range, stock view range 400 meters, which is quite nice. 462 with my loadout. Yeah, VK 168.01 Mauerbrecher on paper. If you like slow heavy tanks, if you enjoy playing with VK 101P, then this vehicle might be for you. But it has a lot more weak spots than VK 101P. So, yeah, I believe now let's play one live battle as well, and let's see how this tank performs live. So, let's see what we are able to do in this 5-10 matchmaking, which is really awesome actually. But are you ready for this amazing acceleration? Okay, flat ground, a little bit downhill, but here we go, and top speed. The fastest tank in World of Tanks confirmed. And I think I'm actually going to be in the middle, because I really do not want to be over there. We have too many tanks over there already. Hill is ours, completely ours. A lot of heavies, light tanks up on the hill. I like it. I like it. I actually should have been on the left side, but oh well, this vehicle is way too slow to reposition because I started on the right side. Still going strong, full speed, in water. What is not to like, guys? What is not to like, really? Oh, hello. Quick tracking shot and HE. Ooh, I was able to bounce HE. Do I actually need to side scrape versus that guy? Let's test it out. 14 damage received. And done. Easy breezy. First damage. Actually, I got full kill from that guy. Assistance and damage done. No repair kit on super burshing, seems like it. And I can actually see Uda 03 if they spot that Udas once again. Leopard PJ is thinking about something. Let's see if he comes down or not. Where the hell is the Uda 03? Okay. Oh my god, that clutch shot. I was actually looking at the minimap and you were able to see my aim wasn't super clean. I was like, oh, what is going on? Oh, Udas has been spotted, but I think I am not able to hit him anymore. And Udas has been destroyed. So let's move on. Hopefully our heavies are able to handle it. T92. Shell velocity on your AP round, guys, keep that in mind, is not the best. Not the fastest moving rounds. Leopard BJ, where is that Waffenträger? Did he reposition as well? I have 25 degrees of gun elevation, so I should be able to hit this guy, yep. Oh, Waffenträger is over here and nearly dead. Nice. Good hit. Nice, Waffenträger has been destroyed. Jagdtiger is in the base. VK, ooh, my non-premium brother over there. He's going to be rushed down. So let's actually... Should I start heading back? Let's use the bridge to go back. Leopard has been destroyed. Tiger is not able to hit me. IS-3 should be somewhere over here. So let's try to fight with IS-3, I guess. Where are you going, buddy? Ah, no. You do not run away from me. Uncle VK is over here. Okay, this guy's running away. And if I would have been on the left side, actually, I would be dead already. I can never withstand all those guys. I spotted SDRV. Come on, WZ, spot that Jagdtiger. Actually, I'm going to load in one premium round after that shot. Just for that Jagdtiger. And that goes into the lower plate or not. But luckily this gives enough time for my VZ do some nasty things. Okay, let's steal that kill. I forgot to load back to the AP round. Dunzo. Oh, juicy, juicy. Ah, yes, 6. Let's try that again. I think I can say that around 80% of the aiming circle was covered with IS-6 and I still managed to miss that shot somehow. Into the ground. I threw it on the ground. Turn, baby, turn just a little bit more. Nice. Alright. Now it is time to deal with those guys. Can they see my hull or not? That shot goes in. Let's angle our turret. I bounced one shot. Nice, good high roll. Come on, hit. Fire already. Nice. No gun depression and boop. Okay, that actually went a little bit better than expected. I derped a little bit. I bounced APCR from IS-3. What do you know? And the 5 kills was what I wanted to say over there, but my recorder stopped recording. Always a bad thing. Anyway, not too bad battle actually in this kind of matchmaking. Second by damage, good job D49, top by experience, close to 1.3k experience and 83,000 credits profit. And this was VK168.01's experience for me if I make this tank a little bit more interesting for myself. If I take different approaches like I did in this battle. I went into the middle, I derped around the enemy base and so on. Yeah, what else to say? I think I have said everything. Hopefully this video is going to help you out if you are thinking about buying this tank. You know my opinion about this tank and yeah, I simply hope it was helpful. Anyway, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for your time, wasting your time with me over here today. I get you next time. Take care and bye.